What's up YouTube? So in this video we are going over the Bloodweb. We are going over quite a bit of things in the Bloodweb. So make sure to check the timestamps down in the description below. We're actually going over the cost of the nodes, what is inside the Bloodweb, when you actually get what from the Bloodweb, and how to skip a large portion of your Bloodweb to get to level 50 the quickest. And last but not least we'll go over prestiging. So let's get straight into it. So starting off with the cost of the nodes. So for the cost of the nodes, I'm gonna also put a picture on screen right now. For the cost of the nodes, it doesn't matter if it's an item or an add-on, it all depends on the color. So every single yellow item is 4,000, every single green item is 5,000, and so on and so forth. No matter if it's a perk, add-on, item, no matter what. And now for part 2, what is actually inside the Bloodweb. That is everything you see over here in the inventory. You can get perks over here, items, add-ons, offerings, and also mystery boxes, which contains a surprise. Before we continue to the next part, I'm gonna tell you something about the perks, which is there are teachables. So let's say, for example, we are going for Ace. So these are the teachable for Ace. If we, for example, get Ace to level 30, we will unlock open-handed. If we get Ace up to level 35, we get a teachable up the ante. And if we get Ace on level 40, we get the perk Ace in the Hole as a teachable. If we unlock this as a teachable, we can unlock it for everyone. For Claudette, Nia, Bill, whoever. But these 3 perks are the starter perks for Ace. So all of these 3 perks we actually got over here as well. But before we can get these perks into Claudette, we have to unlock the teachable. So for the third point on when you actually get what from the Bloodweb, we are moving over to the hack and we are going to level up the Bloodweb ourselves. So at level 1, just got something basic. I'm gonna skip through it so you don't have to see me level up all of the levels. So at level 5, we actually do unlock our second perk slot, because the Bloodweb is some sort of the same as the level of the hack, for example. As we see over here now, we got 2 perk slots, which is what we unlock from when we get the hack to level 5. I'm also gonna put a quick screenshot or a quick picture on the screen right now for every single level. And now for level 10, we're gonna see quite a bit of differences. We can get a 3rd perk slot and the entity has woken up, which means we can actually start and do some little thinking with the Bloodweb. So the entity will now appear. It will always take the outer sides and it will work its way towards the inside. Let's start and summon the entity real quick. There we go. It went for Deer Stalker. Keep in mind, if I first went for a perk, it will automatically go to Franklin's Demise, for example, because that is the other perk. So right now we got hack on level 30. That means we can get a teachable. A teachable will always be visible in orange. So if we just go to Hex the 3rd seal as a teachable, here we go. Now Hex the 3rd seal is gonna be unlocked or be visible on every single killer in their Bloodweb. And of course at level 35 and 40 you get the other teachable, and on level 50 you can actually prestige, but that is for something later in the video. So right now I went over to Claudette to actually go over point number 4, which is how to skip a large portion of your Bloodweb. So I picked Claudette because she has, of course, the most things in her Bloodweb and she's level 50. So let's say I want to go for flashbang, okay? Then either Rookie Spirit or Bite the Bullet is gonna get eaten by the entity. And it was Rookie Spirit. Now this is actually a great example, because you can see these lines going through all the way up here and then to the middle. That means the entity is gonna eat sacrificial cake in the next one. That was correct. And first aid kit as the next one. And as you can see, these two got nowhere to go. So they will be absorbed as well. Let's give it a look. There we go. And that is actually how you can skip a large portion of your Bloodweb. If you start and do that from the start, you can either try and take your time and calculate all the lowest blood points nodes. But keep in mind, if you just go for the nodes, it will take longer for the entity to appear. So make sure you go for a perk first and then watch over with the nodes, because the entity will spawn at the second you got yourself a perk. And last but not least, we are going over prestiging. So prestiging got a couple of changes. So once you reach level 50, you get this node. You don't have to do all of the Bloodweb. You can just go for Prestige 1. And there we go. As you can see, it will do a couple of things. It will reset the progress of this character to level 1. You unlock a Prestige reward, you lose everything, slightly increase the odds of getting better items on the Bloodweb, and the teachable will stay available to all the characters. So as we go back to Claudette, first off, the Prestige rewards are the bloody clothings. So Prestige 1 will give you a bloody shirt, Prestige 2 will give you a bloody pants, and Prestige 3 will give you a bloody head. You will also get better rewards from prestiging. I will put a picture of that on screen now as well. Once you prestiged, you won't lose the teachables. For example, my Claudette is Prestige 3. She has Empathy as a teachable. When I did Prestige 1 on Claudette, none of my other survivors lost Empathy. Empathy is only a teachable, only need to be taught once, and then it will be a teachable perk forever. Keep in mind, if you want the prestige and you got some offerings left, what will give you bonus blood, what will give you some bonus blood points, for example, or any other offering or item, use them before you prestige. A prestige, you don't have to do it. It is purely cosmetic. You can sometimes see people running around with those glowy yellow cosmetic. That is from prestige from years ago, when the game just came out. You cannot get it anymore. The only thing you can get from prestiging right now is the bloody cosmetic. This might change in the future. Alright guys, so this was the end of the blood points guide. I really do hope that I actually helped you with something. If it's the decision for prestiging, how to skip a large portion of Bloodweb, just anything. Let me know if I actually helped you out with something. I really do hope that I did, because that is what this video is for. So anyways, give me a big thumbs up if I did help you out, and subscribe for more. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.